we thank you for taking your time to do this world food tour with us. So we're Bob and Fran, healthy aging coaches and authors and plant-based eaters. We are fortunate enough to have traveled to more than 75 different countries worldwide and have made food a priority with every adventurous trip we have taken.
Today, we want to share some travel memories with you and tell you about some delicious and inspirational meals that we have enjoyed along the way. All of the recipes are on our website at bobandfran.com. That link is in the description below. So let's get started right now.
Well, when we started thinking about this, we thought of the countries that were among our favorites for food, and Italy was right there at the top. We had been lucky enough to go to Italy several times. We've been to Israel several times as well, but Italy always is at the top.
Great place for food.
Yeah. I remember we were staying in Tuscany on one trip, and we were halfway between Siena and Florence. And we went to Siena, we drove to Siena, and we were told that there was a place to park for us that was within walking distance of all that we wanted to see there. And it was right off the main highway. And I remember I missed the turn because it was one of these circular roundabouts. And I think I tried 3 times and I missed them all 3 times. And I wound up going the wrong way on a one-way street. And I found myself at a stop sign in front of the police station there, going the wrong way. And what did I get? But
people
just
waving
waving,
and smiling.
and waving us on and smiling and sort of laughing. And I think that was such a positive experience. I'll never forget it. I was panicked. Fran was panicked, but
we turned around and get back on the right direction and into the parking lot.
Yeah, and we had a great time in Siena. One other thing I do remember is that evening we were driving home, and it was very late, and it was rainy, and we were starving. We were very hungry, and
this was after the tourist season, so there weren't a lot of restaurants open.
Yeah,
and we had heard about this one place, and we pulled in, and it was closed, but we knocked on the door, and the owner opened the door to the restaurant.
It was a little tiny osteria owned by a family. And I think it was the father that came to the door.
And we told him that, that we were plant-based, and he took a pot of ribollito out of the refrigerator, which is an Italian vegetable soup that's made with day-old bread.
Thick, heavy
and
bread.
And he warmed it up and served it to us, and it was so delicious.
Yeah, it was his pleasure to open the restaurant out just for us. And
very cool.
We had this great big bowl of hot soup that warmed us up. I'll never forget that. So a couple of our favorite recipes we have posted on our website at bobnfran.com, and they include
lasagna roll-ups.
They're from
the Amalfi Coast. It's another version of lasagna.
These are great.
Instead of having a pan of lasagna, you have roll-ups with spinach and made with tofu and spices. It's really good.
It's a great gift, a great meal for guests.
It makes enough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the other one that we love is eggplant parmesan from Tuscany. Yeah. And the parmesan in this is made with cashew, a recipe that is made with chopped cashews instead of cheese. Really good.
So it's certainly vegan.
Yeah.
Another place that we enjoy the food very much was in Mexico. We've been to Mexico a few times, but we spent a month in Oaxaca, Mexico. And it was just a great walking city. There was music all over, colorful buildings.
The colors were beautiful.
Fantastic. And while we're not a big juice drinking couple, we walked about 4 miles every morning to go to this little tiny one-man stand, an orange juice stand, where the guy had a ton of fresh oranges. He'd cut them.
In this huge
Yeah.
manual juicer.
Yeah. And
I never tasted orange juice like that.
It was absolutely the best orange juice ever, an unforgettable experience for
Really
us.
good.
And Fran has chosen I love enchiladas, and I especially love the vegan enchiladas that Fran prepares.
They're really easy to make with brown rice, black beans, salsa, and spinach.
I guess they're simple to make. I don't know.
And again, that makes a big enough recipe so that you have it either for company or for several meals for you and whoever you live with. So
Thailand, many of you know, we spent over 9 years of time.
9 winters.
In Chiang Mai, Thailand. We had incredible experiences. We
could literally walk to 30 vegetarian restaurants. And they call them vegetarian because they don't use dairy products. And even the dishes that include egg, they do it in such a way that the egg just sits on top of the dish and it's easy to eliminate it. Yeah, but we had unforgettable food there and experiences that we'll never forget. We had the privilege of teaching at the Buddhist University there for over a 6-year period. And we became very friendly with literally hundreds of Buddhist monks and learned a lot from them, shared experiences. And can I tell about an experience we had? Sure. You're the boss here. One day we were standing out in front of a shop waiting for a woman who was working in the shop to come out to take us to a meeting. And a bus pulled in front and stopped. Behind the bus, there was a young man on a motorbike. Motorbikes are the main mode of transportation for most people in Chiang Mai. The guy on the motorbike couldn't stop fast enough. And so he slammed on the brake and the motorbike tipped on the side and he and the bike slid under the bus. We were standing right there and we were horrified. But the bus, of course, the driver didn't know that this had happened. And after he picked up his passenger, he left. He went on his way. The guy on the motorbike got up, brushed himself off, didn't get hurt. He said, "My pen Rai," and he rode off. This was the first time we heard about the expression, "My pen Rai." You want to explain what that is? Sure. My pen Rai, translated to English, would be something like "never mind." But it's not the kind of, it's the kind of never mind if you get in a little squabble and you say, "Oh, never mind." You walk off in a huff. Yeah. This means literally put it out of your mind. So if you have an unfortunate experience, like getting run over a bus, he gets himself up and he says, "My pen Rai." No big deal. Put it out of my mind. And so we have never forgotten that. And so when we run across situations that may be unpleasant in certain ways, we just say, "My pen Rai." It's a good way to live your life. Yeah. Israel, we mentioned inadvertently earlier, but we spent several trips to Israel. And I remember the first time, the very first trip there, when we stopped at a roadside stand and it was featuring falafel. I wouldn't eat it. Fran didn't even like the look of it. And this was a long, long time ago, way before we became plant-based. Yeah. And I did not eat unusual things. No, Fran wasn't very adventurous about her eating. Very unadventurous. Yeah. Now I make delicious baked falafel and it's so good. Yeah, no oil, very high flavor. And she makes sort of a platter with the falafel along with like Israeli salad and usually hummus or baba ganoush, which basically is hummus with eggplant in it. And I think we use some farro with mushrooms as a side dish. Right, really delicious. Oh my God.
So the falafel recipe, I think, is on our website as well. And I know that my favorite hummus that you make is that lemony flavor.
So easy to make.
That is on the website as well. So those two were sort of modeled after our food experiences.
When we did start eating that kind of food.
Yeah, in Tel Aviv.
Yeah. And then we go to India.
So I think my favorite, we have been to India a few times as well.
I had a funny experience. Like after we had been to India, and I asked this Indian woman, how do we make these sauces? And she says, well, I don't make my own sauce. I buy it from the Indian grocery.
Yeah.
So I buy jalfrezi, Jalfrezi curry sauce. It's the only curry sauce that's vegan. It doesn't have any dairy product in it. And it's delicious for making real simple curries.
Yeah, Fran makes a curry, I know, with these incredible potatoes and mushrooms.
And garbanzo beans, chickpeas.
God,
real
so
simple.
Good.
Over rice. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
With like a whole wheat pita on the side.
Yeah. I think my favorite place, we've been all over India, north and south. And I think my favorite place was Varanasi. Varanasi is up in the northeast section of India.
If you've never heard of it, it is the town where literally people go to die.
It's the Ganges River. It runs through Varanasi, and that is their holy river.
There were hospices all around where people actually go to at the end of their life, and there's funeral pyres burning, but they don't smell because they put sandalwood on the fire. It's amazing experience.
Yeah, even if you Google it and see some videos on Varanasi, it's worth your while. It's like one of the most amazing places on this earth.
Thousands of pilgrims go there every day.
Every day. So we have been to Japan numerous times as we as we used to fly to Thailand. And Fran has invented a tempura recipe that we enjoy with
oil-free,
our vegetables, no oil.
In an air fryer.
And
mushrooms and onions and peppers and whatever you like in your tempura, sweet potato.
Oh my gosh.
Really good.
And the mushrooms. I could just make a meal out of the
I know you wanted just mushrooms.
I know. I love them. Morocco is another fascinating place. It's an unusual country with delicious smells and sounds and colors. And I remember when I think it was Casablanca, where they have this big square in the middle of town, and we walking through the square, and this snake charmer has a basket with a few snakes in it.
Cobra.
But this guy sort of took to Fran.
He wrapped the snake around my neck.
Yeah, I mean, slowly. He did it carefully, and he asked if she would participate. So Fran, she said, yeah. And so it drew a big crowd. There must have been 50 or more people standing around watching as the snake came out of the basket. And then he picked it up and wrapped it around Fran's neck. I'll never forget that one. I'll also never forget the recipe that Fran got for a spicy Moroccan lentil soup,
which is delicious,
from Casablanca. That, boy, on a cool day outside, this spicy soup is just
warms your innards.
It's fantastic. So check it out on the recipe section on our website. We have been to many, many countries, many more than we are listing here, but I think we'll go maybe one more. Korea is another place, and we learned about something called
bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
If you've never been to a Korean restaurant, let me explain. It's a stone bowl. I actually bought a couple on the internet, and what you do is you put rice. I put my cooked brown rice in the stone bowl, and I put it in the oven at a high temperature so that it kind of heats up and crisps. Yeah. And then on top of it, I put sauteed shiitake mushrooms and pickled cucumbers and
carrots,
carrots and
cucumber,
spinach,
yeah,
and
spinach.
some
Oh,
air fryer tofu on top, and some black sesame seeds and some chopped green onions. But on top of that, you put a Korean barbecue sauce, and I won't even try to pronounce the name because I can't.
and
it's delicious.
it is spicy good, and it's something. Do we post this on the website? I think we did as well.
I don't know,
But a bibimbap bowl. Bibimbap bowl. Absolutely.
Really fun.
Delicious.
And
Let's do China. We spent a lot of time in China, and
oh God, we had
we studied.
crazy experience.
We actually learned qigong in China and studied there, and we've had a lot of crazy experiences. China.
But let me explain. We were there in 1992.
Yeah.
At the time when China was, everybody rode bicycles. You didn't see cars. No. Nobody spoke English.
You heard the bells, the bicycle bells.
After we left, we could still hear the bicycle bells.
Yeah.
Nobody spoke English. No signs were in English. And one day we got lost.
We're wandering around Shanghai, and
we couldn't find our hotel.
We didn't even know the name of our hotel, I don't think.
And nobody spoke English.
We walked into several shops. Even the younger people can't speak English.
Now it's totally different. Now everybody drives a big SUV and there's English signs everywhere.
But actually, we did it by making sort of a map, and I think
I don't know how we did. I don't know. Did we ever find our way back?
I don't think we ever did. We're still looking for it. I'll tell you one thing we found was a recipe for Chinese egg rolls.
So easy to make.
And this is another air fryer thing.
Yeah.
And whenever Fran makes a sort of a Chinese stir fry or something, we also do some Chinese egg rolls as an appetizer.
Good. And it's really, when you think about it, an oxymoron, because there's no egg in my Chinese egg rolls.
No. But
you should call them Chinese eggless rolls.
Yeah. And what about the dipping sauce?
Oh, yeah, I make a dipping sauce.
It's so good.
Really good.
Hey, guys.
Okay, I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
I hope you enjoyed this. We have a lot more countries to go. If you like this one, we could do more. And we appreciate your loyalty to us, your subscribing, and your patience with us, because we have like no frill videos going. We don't have a lot of pop-ups and lights and
but check out our recipes. I think you'll really enjoy them.
Yeah.
Very tasty, very deep, rich flavors.
Yeah. And thanks.
We do not eat just brown rice and steamed vegetables, ever.
No. Hey, guys, thanks for coming. And we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye for now.